The Umkhonto weSizwe Party expels the former Mpumalanga leader Mary Phate amid internal turmoil. The Umkhonto weSizwe Party has expelled its Mpumalanga leader Mary Phate, accusing her of defying party processes by challenging a previous expulsion in court and organizing an unauthorized factional gathering. In a letter dated February 27, 2025, Umkhonto weSizwe Party Secretary General Floyd Shivambu informed Phate that her membership had been revoked with immediate effect. The decision stemmed from a February 19 meeting of national office bearers, including former President and Umkhonto weSizwe Party leader Jacob Zuma. The letter delivered to Phate in a dramatic moment by her political rival Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane during the red carpet event at Mpumalanga Premier Amandla Ndlovu's State of the Province address outlined the reasons for her expulsion. Shivambu cited Phate's decision to take the party to court without first exhausting internal remedies, as well as her refusal to comply with the directive issued on February 3, 2025. The letter stated, "The cancellation decision was taken against the background of your previous conduct and or decisions to take the organization to court without exhausting all internal remedies and also to ignore the previous correspondence sent out to you on or about 3 February 2025. Additionally, Phate was accused of undermining the party's provincial leadership by organizing an unsanctioned political rally in Mpumalanga." Shivambu wrote, "More specifically, the national officials, including and in concurrence with the president, took the decision based on your most recent conduct of organizing and addressing an unauthorized and factional meeting or rally in the Mpumalanga province in the past weekend, thereby undermining the duly recognized leadership of the province." The letter further barred Phate from participating in any Umkhonto weSizwe Party activities or representing the party in any capacity. The letter read, "Your membership is cancelled with immediate effect, and as a result, you are therefore prohibited from participating in any activities of the organization and any activities associated with the organization." Phate's expulsion comes just weeks after she accused Umkhonto weSizwe Party Deputy President Dr. John Hlophe of making unwanted sexual advances towards her. In a letter to Zuma dated January 16, 2025, Phate alleged that Hlophe, an impeached judge, had attempted to lure her to a late-night meeting at the Capital Hotel in Mbombela on August 4, 2024. She claimed that her refusal led to a smear campaign against her within the party. The Umkhonto weSizwe Party has yet to formally address the allegations, but Hlophe has denied the claims and threatened legal action, demanding an apology from Phate. Phate refused, stating that she will not apologize for raising a serious issue with the party. This is not Phate's first expulsion from Umkhonto weSizwe Party. In October 2024, she was ousted under what she described as politically motivated circumstances. However, she successfully challenged the decision in the Mbombela High Court, which reinstated her as provincial convener and member of the provincial legislature in December 2024. Her latest expulsion signals deepening factionalism within the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, with internal power struggles playing out in the public. Whether Phate will mount another legal challenge remains to be seen, but her political future and that of the Umkhonto weSizwe Party appears increasingly uncertain. National spokesperson of the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, Nhlamulo Ndlela, also confirmed that Phate's membership had been terminated, and the letter was sent out last week to the delegate of the Umkhonto weSizwe Party in Mpumalanga, and she received the letter yesterday. He further stated that they tried to resolve issues with her, but she didn't cooperate. The Umkhonto weSizwe Party crisis are getting worse. The political turmoil within the Umkhonto weSizwe Party has taken another dramatic turn as recently sworn-in Member of Parliament Prince Adil Chabaleng is now under investigation by the Hawks in connection with a criminal case lodged against him. Chabaleng, who assumed office just weeks ago, finds himself at the center of controversy, raising further concerns about internal challenges within the party. Chabaleng issued a media statement acknowledging the probe while maintaining his innocence. The media statement reads as follows: "It has come to our attention that there is a matter under investigation. The Hawks are investigating the Honorable Crown Prince Adil Chabaleng concerning a criminal case opened against him in Malnerton, Cape Town. At this stage, we do not have any further information on the case. We patiently await formal processes, and we are informed that charges will be brought forward in a court of law We have no further information on the merits of the case, and we cannot provide any further information until a formal process is initiated. The Honorable Crown Prince Adil Nthabeleng, together with our Crown legal team, has assured the Hawks of his full and unhindered cooperation with the investigation. Prince has further agreed to voluntarily hand himself over to the Hawks and the police on Friday at the Cape Town Central Police Station for questioning. Formal processing, arrest and court appearance, he will happily comply with the authorities and the investigation. In light of these developments in the Crown Prince had to cancel his international trip due this week in order to honor the investigation. The Prince has been receiving enormous attention since his announcement of entering Parliament as early as July 2024. He is now a member of the National Assembly in the South African Parliament. It is not a surprise that just a month after entering the National Assembly as a member of Parliament, his good name is suddenly being investigated, and he is now facing criminal prosecution. Last week, in his Power Portfolio Committee on Minerals and Petroleum Resources submission, comments and question on behalf of the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, he commented that the South African government under the Department of Minerals and Petroleum Resources should take urgent steps to address the current fuels energy crisis by nationalizing the now non-operational South African petroleum refineries that are sitting idle and currently being shut down. Furthermore, cited the fact that the government should nationalize Sasol and revert it to a state SOE to serve the national domestic needs for South Africa's reindustrialization in the strategic fuels and energy requirements. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.